welcome in everyone to more Ticket to Ride here with the 1910 expansion. I'm doing a little bit more of this 1910 expansion because the new season is a two-player version of all of this, and so I really want to kind of dive into this. And I played a couple off camera, and oh man, it's a new vibe. So I'm really enjoying this expansion in its first in my first look of it, because it's been really, really fun to be in a position where it's not just like, okay, grab the routes of 6 and there's no need to draw any more tickets, just go. This is all about drawing tickets. I had a game the other day where I had 9 tickets and I didn't complete, and I had actually 11 of them. I didn't complete 2 of them, and I ended up winning, and it was a really, really fun game. So, the 4-player game is a little less frantic than the 2-player game, but still kind of has this all these tickets are really easy because it's just such a quick little. It's so quick to be able to, getting New York to Chicago is not going to be that hard. Getting Chicago to Atlanta is not going to be that hard. And so we have the potential here to really, really draw into some more tickets. And that kind of makes it a little more interesting. I probably want to do some white here. Give me the flexibility if I need to go New York to Pittsburgh or Chicago to St. Louis. So yeah, black and orange is probably necessary here. Excuse me, I tried to mute myself and took it out too soon. Okay, let's see here. I wouldn't mind blue because I am going to want to connect up Omaha to Chicago here. So yes to that. And then yellow as well, because Omaha to Chicago and Atlanta to New Orleans are definitely going to be ones that I want to do because they're right next to each other. The rest of it I can kind of finagle around, but getting these two hooked up is going to be very nice. So everyone's kind of starting their initial laydowns, and I think I'm going to join that party. Okay. And I'm going to continue to join that party because I do want to make sure that I hit that route as well. Okay. It's a nice little start there. I'm okay with getting the routes that I want to get. Red's the only one that hasn't played anything, which might mean that he just has some more like West Coast and just doesn't care as much about what we're doing on the East Coast. Really, the big question here is, okay, when do we decide to draw more tickets? I am going to just grab this Nashville to Atlanta. Like, it's at this point where I might just grab more tickets. I'll grab Omaha to Chicago. But then at that point, I don't see any reason why grabbing more tickets is not the play. It'll give us some idea of where we need to go. So yeah, let's do this because we know we're going to want that. And then I might just grab more tickets. Kind of give us what we're looking for, where we're going. Okay, so again, that's like a little bit concerning, but not overtly concerning because we can work around that. So, all right, so probably Calgary to Nashville is going to be the safest bet here. We're just going to keep the 1 because we're already hooked into Nashville. So getting up to Calgary is not all that difficult, especially if we go just to Helena and up to Calgary this way. But we could also go up to Winnipeg. Like we got options here. But yeah, red probably. I guess we could go red, black, white, but I don't know. Oh, it's not my turn. Sorry, I'm still used to the 2-player game. Like, oh, my opponent played, so now it's my turn. No, I have to wait for 3 more opponents. Um, yeah. I guess I just prefer to go this way because it's less of a hassle. And it's a little bit easier because I only need one color in red rather than two. But I mean, if I hit this, if I get the colors while just naturally, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't do that. And if I do get a green, I am going to grab green and orange, definitely looking for. I'd love to go along with blue on these routes, which probably means I should grab this St. Louis route as well. Yeah, I've just had too many times lately where I'll go like, oh, that route, no one's grabbing it, so I'm probably okay. And then I regret not grabbing it when I did. So, or when I regret not grabbing it when I could have. That's the sentence that I wanted to say. Alrighty. So red really hasn't. Red is not playing at all. I wonder if red's trying to go for a little bit of a, okay, I'll just go when I'm drawn up on cards. I think the risk of that in the 4-player game is there's a lot that goes on in between your turns. And so it's very easy to get your plan changed and without you wanting that plan changed. Yeah, I really would love to see some orange here. Yeah, really would love that. But so be it. I mean, I guess we could now think about going up to Toronto and down to Pittsburgh just as a, alternative. Okay, would love this green one if that would stay. Okay, it looks like he's picking from the top. So yes to the green and yes to the white. So yeah, maybe we do just go up to Toronto and come down rather than worrying about Chicago. I don't hate this plan. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, I probably should have played the green one first because that was more of a risk to be taken. But I'm okay with this. Okay. That's blue playing that. I don't care about blue playing that. Yeah, interesting. So we're going to have to watch red because that may limit the amount of tickets I can draw. The good news about where I'm at right now is that I have enough tickets that I'm leading right now. Okay. Would love that orange one, but no matter. Okay. No, I don't need to grab that yet. I guess having 4 of something here isn't the worst thing in the world. And so having maybe trying to nab yellow here to get the 4 that requires there. And then I'm really just looking for red and wilds, to be honest with you. I apparently have low disc space. That was exciting. And a little bit concerning. Oh, well. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, that's fine. There's an orange. I guess I don't need orange anymore. Why am I drawing it? Well, hopefully I need orange for something else. Never mind a wild. Yeah, getting 5 red when I really haven't seen any red is a little bit tricky here. Okay. Go that and that. Yeah, really not seeing the colors that I'm wanting, and that's a little bit concerning. Okay. I mean, I'm seeing enough wilds, so maybe I just kind of spend the wilds here and go for it. But I may look at some destination tickets again. Like really, like in this 1910 expansion, I really have found that you can take a hit on, especially because there's some such low point tickets that you can take a hit on a 5-point ticket and it really doesn't matter. And so like this, I think is going to be kind of one of the last opportunities in this game to draw destination tickets. And then the other thing you hope for is like, okay, Pittsburgh to New Orleans, we're already hooked up, like, or we're going to be hooked up. And then Portland to Pittsburgh is not going to be that hard to hook up because we just have to get another thing of 4 and then down to Seattle. So I think I can very easily take those. Denver to St. Louis is also interesting simply because I just need the pink. And I think I'm going to take it because it's just a 6-pointer. However, what this now does mean is I want to nab a pair here because this now hooks into a lot of things. So I'm going to use my pair of white because I don't want to use wilds yet. So yeah, this starts completing tickets here. And now, yeah, so I've got 7 destination tickets. But again, like even if I don't, I am going to kind of want to get Pittsburgh to sorry, I was just thinking I could go Helena and then I could go, I mean, if I get some more yellow, I could go to Seattle through here. Like that's a possibility as well, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I think I can draw a little bit more here. I think we're okay. And I think what I'm doing here in taking these destination tickets is I'm forcing my opponents a little bit to draw more destination tickets, and that will leave me more time in order to try and draw what I need. So like already there, wha-bam, that's very huge because now I can use 2 here, 1 here, and I mean maybe I can grab these blue and I can use 1 there for a thing of 4 and then use just one of my single ones to connect up Portland. That was a huge draw. That's huge. I am a little bit behind on board, and green's kind of running away with this board, on board anyway. But this is where the massive disparity in tickets can really make up for it. So that's what I'm counting on right now. And I also don't discount how much 15 points is, like 15 points is a huge difference from 15 points is a huge difference from 10 points. And the fact that you don't have to get longest train, you just have to, the whole longest train thing is now thrown out the window. Like again, early on when I was kind of play testing this and getting kind of the vibe of it, I kept trying to like extend this longest train thing. I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. Now you still need to like worry about on board where you're at, but you really don't need to worry about, oh, do I have the longest train? Am I connected in? You can have 2 separate routes going and it's fine. So yeah, we're going to grab these 2 blue. Yeah. And then I'm not sure I need to draw any more tickets, though I still might, simply on the grounds of if I can get more points. Like this, what I like about this this expansion is it really allows you to be greedy. Okay, so we're going to want to immediately grab that, because if we don't, that really interrupts our plans. If we don't get Seattle to Calgary, it doesn't completely interrupt our plans because we can go up and around. But yeah, if we don't get Seattle in here, like trying to go around is gonna be a nightmare. It's just not gonna happen. There's not enough trains. There's not enough time. So we need to make sure we get that. Okay. So getting kind of into the end game here, but again, no one has enough cards in order to go out. So we're not really concerned about anything quite yet. Curious what Red's going to do here, because they laid down from Seattle to Portland. I'm curious what direction he's looking to go. Okay, so he's going south, so that's fine. So I'm just going to use yellow here. The other trick with I want to be careful with in drawing routes is I'm going to have to be one away from them because, one, I'm not going to have a lot of cards in hand. So that's really the downside of connecting. And at this point, too, I'm going to have the lead on the most destinations. So, I mean, really at this point, it's like, why? I almost clicked pink there, and that would have been disastrous. And I've got some pretty big routes as well. Like, it's not like I've got little tiny routes. So I don't think I need to grab any destination tickets here. And in fact, I'm leading on trains as well. So there's a way that I can kind of maximize this, and really not that far behind from the leader. So really, as long as red decides not to play Denver to Omaha, we're golden. So that's great. So now all 7 tickets are completed. So really the only one we have to watch out for is blue possibly getting 7. But at this point, like, it's just... At this point, I think we can just draw and just try to get to a point where we hit the end game. So, I mean, probably depending on what red does here, just grabbing these 2 black, and then maybe grabbing a wild, because then 4 will get us down to 2. All right, so yeah, so this is where, like, yeah, I mean, normally in a game I'd be like, whoa, red's choosing destination tickets, holy cow, but because there's all these small little ones, there's a great chance that he picks something that's already completed. And then, if you don't, you can kind of pick like, oh man, this one's only 4. I'm not gonna, I can't complete any of these, and this one's only worth 4 points. I'll just take this one, and I'll take the loss. Looks like green's trying to go out as well, and green's also trying to squeeze the advantage on, onboard points, which is not a bad idea. However, the only thing is only 2 tickets now. Granted, those could be 2 very, very high-profile tickets, connecting in Los Angeles, Miami, up to Winnipeg, through Houston, Sault Ste. Marie. All those things are good, but sometimes just the sheer volume of tickets, plus then you're basically saying, I'm going to beat everyone by at least 15 points as well, and that's just, that's a risky proposition. So let's see where everybody's at. So this is downside up. This is red. Oh, wow. Red had some really, really nice routes. Holy cow. All in the teens. Woo! All double-digit routes. That is a very, very powerful... that was a good route by red. Now, I think we should have enough to at least get within 15 points. And that's the main thing. I have the most tickets. So the main thing is getting in between 15 points. And I think because of this, we have it. Now, blue had some big routes, but just didn't have... Yeah, there we are. All right. So, hang on. I'm going to let this whole thing do its thing. Let's GG. Always be a good sport about things. So, this is where green was trying to play this game like the base game, which was I got 2 tickets. Las Vegas to Miami is a big 21-point route, and I got Winnipeg to Santa Fe. That's 31 points. And then I'm going to use that to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 routes of 6. He's got a route of 5 and 2 routes of 4. And so it was this like, all right, I'm going to be on board. I'm going to have a lot. But what ends up happening is, okay, he has 31 points through destinations. I have 65. Downside up has 79. Like that's okay, fine. You have a massive disparity on board. It's nothing compared to this. Absolutely nothing compared to this. And interestingly enough, both me and the second place player, we completed all of our destinations. Really, the big thing for pushing this over here is that I had the more points with claimed routes, but then I also had the 15 points to push me over the edge. So he was beating me, but because I was within 15 points and I got this 7th destination, which again is one of these little tiny baby destinations so this New York to Chicago is only worth 5 points, except if it gets me to the 15 point, it's huge. That's a hugely valuable route. So that's what's really fun about this expansion. We're going to be featuring this on the channel, and as well as this is the arena season. And so again, I've been kind of doing some arena stuff off screen. I think it's going to release on Thursdays. We're going to have the Ticket to Ride Thursday Thunderdome, where I'll feature my arena play, and you'll get to see some of that, because it really, similar to this, it's a lot of like drawing tickets, and with that, you have you don't have these double routes, so you're trying to connect everything in, and while also like making sure you don't get blocked by your opponent. It's really, really fun. Really, really fun. So I'm so happy with how this game went. I'm excited to continue playing this expansion, and I know I've said this like 3 videos in a row, but hope they come out with more of them as well. If you are enjoying the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. At the time of this recording, we're at 41 subscribers. I'm looking to get to 50 by the end of July. You guys are rocking it with the views, with the subscribes, with the likes, with the comments. I so appreciate it. And I'm not just saying that because that's what all YouTubers say. I honestly, like, it's really great that I'm having such a good time, and then you all are kind of just coming along the ride with me. It's a lot of fun. All right, we will see you all next time.